Hey,
Ooh,
girl.
hey, girl.
Oh, here we are again, buddy.
I gotta be honest, that theme song's growing on me.
I really enjoy it. It feels like I just came home from school in junior high, and I'm just watching shitty daytime television and eating a giant over-sugared bowl of cereal before my parents come home. You know,
It makes me feel like a woman who kicks off her high heels to put on some good trainers to run to the train.
yeah.
And then she just got the promotion she was supposed to in that big high-rise office building.
You know, it makes me feel like a woman who gets home and takes her bra off.
Oh,
Which, from what I understand, it's just the ultimate.
I had that feeling was, I think, like taking your contact lenses out at the end of the night.
Same thing.
The closest I could empathize with like getting rid of a brassiere is just like, oh, let them shake.
Yeah, let those heavy eyes hang.
Oh, man. You still have perfect vision, right?
I do. I feel like it's going. I feel like there's times I got to look at something and go, fuck. Yeah, I see it. You know, age is a real thing.
But you're at the point now where you, like, if you had to get glasses, people would be like, oh, shit. Look at Matt with glasses. He looks good. Like, you get glasses when you're older, you got a sense of style.
That's true.
When I was in like third grade, I got giant zebra plastic frame striped frames.
Mm-hmm.
As my mom's like, you like these? I'm like, I do. But you're not around any peers when you select them. So you pick them out and you're going to have them for a year and a half because they're prescription eyewear. And then you walk to school and somebody's like, oh, you look stupid. And then you just feel stupid until.
And it's not like a shirt you can change.
No, you got to wait for your eyes to get worse to get new glasses.
And I could see where you were coming from because, like, I was also a skateboarder in the 80s. And I could see being like, oh, this is rad. This is like, I can pull this off. When you get to school and someone's like, hey, Scritty Politti, I like broody little girls. They so bad. You're like, oh, no.
I wish it came from a standpoint of that. This is like third grade. Nobody had style in third grade. You're like, this will make me look like a unique, interesting kid. And it did. It brought unwanted attention to my face.
I tried that too. I tried to be like, I can pull this off. I'll be this cool weirdo. And I was just a weirdo.
Yeah, cool's now. I'm interesting. Nah, you look like a nerd. Get out of here.
All right. Well, I should admit, we've had some people in the chat talking about how we're a little gussied up today. We're a little stylish.
Yeah.
And we should say that's because we have a very stylish guest. And we wanted to, not look like the utter slobs we typically look like. So, I threw on this Palm Springs jacket I got in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, baby.
At a vintage store that fit me. Like, if I was about 20 pounds heavier, I could probably button this, but I think you leave it open for your garden parties. You got a nice wide collar too.
This is also a very specific Palm Springs look.
Yes.
But to bring to Palm Springs for an outfit, if people don't know about Palm Springs, it's just a gay desert oasis.
Really is.
Oh,
really is. It's fun gay folks and old people that still party. That's who lives in Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a special kind of heaven on earth, and I feel like we're paying respect to a place we can't go to this weekend. Us as Angelinos, you can't go. So you got to dress like you're there. I'm drinking a Paloma.
I had it earlier in the day, pina colada that Rachel made for me. Housed it, bad idea.
When we were doing sound check, I was like, "Ooh, I got to make a Paloma. It's National Paloma Day," and you were just like, "It's if there was a brand for cow Kinane, this is something it would create. That was, you're just like, I just chugged a pina colada and I don't think you're supposed to do that. And I'm like, Kyle, save the gold. Save it for our show.
2 a.m. at the Tiki Shack, down the hatch, everybody.
That's it. The lights come up.
Yeah.
Been warned. We're going to come around and take those.
Well, now I'm on my own homemade drink, which is not good. It's about 3 shots of moonshine, some LaCroix, and a splash of pineapple.
Oh, God. Boy.
Is that
wow.
bad? I was never a bartender. I never worked in the service industry.
I think that drink should be called a gay prospector. I think it's just that the 3 shots of moonshine after you just came out from the woods and you're panning for gold, getting nothing, no men to kiss. You get that splash of pineapple. Just opens up the evening for you.
Called the old Fire Island pickaxe.
Better.
It's not. It just tastes like I didn't clean this cup very well. It's not a good drink. Oh, girl. How was your week? What'd you do this week? You paint? Now we're looking at the same room we looked at from last. Now it's empty. You've painted. You're painting things.
You know what? I've been outing myself about it. I'm just going to talk about it. Can we make this can we do our Ooh Girls?
We can do Ooh Girls.
I got a doozy. Ooh Girl, my wife is having a girl. We're 2.5 months away. My Ooh Girl is I'm having a kid.
Yeah. Drink him if you got him. Drink him if you got him.
Oh, God. Yep. This used to be my office. Now it's going to be a kid's room. See that? That's a giant mushroom. We're going to keep her toys in.
Is that a tuffet?
No, I maintain it's a hamper, but my wife is like, no, toys go in there. So there's a stuffed animal in there all lonesome. And there's a changing table next to me.
I didn't just out you. You were going to say this, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's a changing table.
I mean, since you're recording from a nursery, I guess.
I mean, when you texted me and you were like, what'd you say? Your room without any framed pictures is haunting.
Well, it's just like an all-white room, like a webcam from an all-white room looks like you're about to tell how much the ransom is for the that you have in the other all-white room of the abandoned house.
Right, like we start Hey Girl and I'm just crying with just a quivering gun in my hand, just keeps going into my mouth, and I'm like, ha, everything's fine.
You're gonna be a dad.
Yeah. There's the funniest thing all episode right there.
What are you gonna do?
I'll lose my mind. No, look, I've known this for 6.5 months, 7 months. And it was planned. We're psyched about it. I mean, I'm in my 40s, if not now, then when. So, hey, I'm excited it's a girl. There's nothing. I mean, I could make a bunch of jokes about it, but I'm just like, I'm
you're
psyched.
Right. Girls do have it much easier.
As we all know, I'm just excited. She's got that fucking gravy train to ride.
Thank God.
Thank God. I remember, I'm going to say something pretty personal, but when we were back in Chicago drinking in a bar and watching all the dudes hit on chicks and stuff, and I just was like, hey, I bet you're pretty glad your sister's a lesbian. You're like, oh my God, you got no clue, man. It's the best.
Dude, just being able to kick back. I can't watch lesbian porn. Because every time I'm like, oh, they're in love. That's nice. It's nice they found somebody. It doesn't compute for me.
They moved in together.
Yeah, there's no stress at her head. She's met some real doozy dames out there, but not the concern of oh, who's this chump you're dating, or who's this, when a guy's a scumbag.
Yeah,
they're on their best behavior because of who they're with. Right. I don't have to worry about that. And so,
and your sister always she was always coming around with some doozies. Wow, that's a very, very pretty girl.
Oh yeah. Oh,
unreal. Your sister was something of a pimp. Probably is still.
It was funny because it went from like her coming out of the closet, my parents being like everybody just getting used to it, but then being very supportive to the point where she always had a steady girlfriend to bring home for the holidays, and I never did. So I was like, Kyle, when are you gonna settle down with a nice woman like your sister? And I'm like, this is actually the most ideal way that for like a blue collar Midwestern family to just for like a little bit be like, all right, we're adjusting to this, and then just go like, yeah, all right, we're good. She's got her shit together, Kyle. Why can't you get your shit together?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I saw her yesterday. She came by and we're hanging out.
What's she doing? I haven't seen her.
Social distance hang out.
Last time I was in Chicago, we hung out. We had a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't fuck around, man. She parties in a way. She at one point we were going to parties and she developed this skill that if you had a can of beer or a plastic cup that you were holding,
right,
not glass or anything, she knew how to kick just the can.
She I think we talked about this a couple episodes ago.
Oh, like, did we? Okay.
And she's done it to me several times. Yeah, she's she's the king of kicking the fucking plastic red cup right out of your hands. So
like your hand doesn't move. That's what's amazing. Your hand doesn't move. You're just like, I thought I had a drink. Yeah, give it about 3 seconds. It's coming down.
Yeah. And then it just showers on you and only you.
But yeah, so yeah, that's it. That's the end of the bloodline for the Kinanes.
Yeah, you're not, right? You're never. Did you get fixed? I forget.
Nah, but I mean, with everything I've done to my body, I got fucking molasses jizz as it is. I'm sure I'm not any I'm no contender. Let's just say that. It's a real lazy river down there. Let's put it that way.
When we make plans, God laughs. So, you keep thinking that.
Buddy, you're gonna have you're gonna go have like a nice saltwater pool in Palm Springs just birth the child right into the lifestyle.
No, this shit's going to be so entirely modern science medical. Yeah. Like my wife was just like, no, I'm, give me drugs, take me to the best hospital. Let's get this shit set.
I want to be out the next day.
It's funny. I was talking to somebody who was like, him and his wife have 2 kids, and they both been born with like doulas and a home birth. And he said as soon as this quarantine shit happened, and like all these home birth like doulas and stuff, they have to start working with you at the beginning. You're like, hey, I'm pregnant, can I hire you? And they're like, okay. And there were women who, when this hit, were like, I'm not going to the hospital, I need to do it at home, I need a doula, my baby's being born in like a month. And like that doula that he was working with was just like, she's like, I'm getting calls all the time. And I'm just like, no, like, I don't know who you are. I can't work with you. Like,
it's like being a comedian. Hey, we had a dropout tonight. Can you get over to the Improv in 20 minutes? I don't even know. I don't even have a new set list I'm working on. What's going on here?
Hey, we had Eddie Pepitone and Liza Schlesinger. They both dropped out. So Kyle, can you just come in and birth this baby?
What's a doula? Like, tell me what a doula does entirely. Like, they're just like a coach.
Yeah. I don't really know. I think it's someone that just kind of like, kind of a coach, but
first time I heard doula, I'm like, oh yeah, like the rice wrapped in grape leaves. Those are okay. Like, no, those are dolmas.
Those are delicious. I do like a nice dolma.
But so yeah, they just kind of rah you along. They're just on the sidelines.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. That's from what I understand. We're kind of sticking with our birth doctor, and she's been awesome. So it's funny when we did the ultrasound the first time, and they could take pictures and stuff. She's like, oh, there she is. She's over there. There she is. And like, then she just takes it and puts it on Kara's belly and is like, hey, come over here. Wake up. Like just shoving it. And it was the funniest thing to just like, this woman deals with pregnant people all day. She's like, this is fine. I know what I'm doing. Just here. Whereas I would just be like, hey, do I hold it right here? Oh God.
Dude, Man, I'm curious to know what happens. I'm frightened of the whole process.
Well, we had sex, Kyle.
No, I mean I've done that a couple times too, but I don't. I'm making a real mess to make sure I don't have the baby.
Making a real mess.
I'm
policking everything around me to
oh
not.
my god! When I'm about to come, I run out of the room. I go in another room and just ruin that.
And you just scream, "I'm sorry!"
Yeah, I have the opposite of a nursery. I just have the jizz room that I run into and be like, "No way!"
As we know, the funniest person in the world. Oh, there she is.
No one wants to listen to you guys talk about babies.
We're talking about jizz now.
Perfect timing. Amanda on Patreon asks, how can we bribe your significant others into coming on Hey Girl? Everyone wants this to happen.
Absolutely. We have to do that for an episode. We have to do a Hey Girl where just our gals come out and just kick us out of the room or something.
Man, Rachel don't want shit to do with my career.
Rachel's so fucking funny, man. You should have her on.
Rachel's definitely funnier than me.
I think you're neck and neck.
She's a wild woman.
You're a wild woman.
No way, man.
What did you say earlier today? Where you were like, I'm glad we're having this kid. Thanks for the jizz. Yeah. I swear to God, she said that. Just like said it so serious. Like
on the way home from the post office.
Like you do.
I was like, thank you, baby daddy.
Wait, you called him the post office?
No, we went to the post office and we were like going home. We were like, oh, we're so in love. And I was like, thanks, baby daddy. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, thanks for the jizz. He was like, what the fuck?
Just caught me entirely by surprise.
Oh, god damn. I thought she called you the post office, like, thanks for delivering the goods.
Same difference. Yeah. That would have been a better joke.
Pretty
That's
much.
why you guys are the comedians.
See, you don't need me. I should leave the room. Kara should sit here, and you guys should fucking write shit.
I just like to keep it, just the facts.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Get right to the point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's also a good moral supporter.
Thanks, honey.
Y'all are gonna have a dang old baby. Y'all are having a dang old baby.
Isn't that nuts? This point, I was always kind of like, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to do that thing of like, hey, everyone on social media, I'm going through this and, just fuck that. So, but now I'm like, we're 7 months in. It's like, might as well, I'm fine talking about it. So whatever,
See, yeah, I'm happy for you. I'm so the opposite. The people in the building next to us are about to have a kid, and we can see that they're setting up the room that's by our balcony as their nursery. Like, we gotta move.
Are you gonna move?
I mean, I keep blowing pot smoke over there, thinking maybe they'll rethink which room of the house they want to have the nursery in. But that doesn't work.
You should hit a bong load and come out and like just chug like a LaCroix and go out and be like, hey guys, were you gonna, and that belch that just where it's just a cloud, just a dragon puff,
just shirtless ripping bowls. Like, I can see your kids' room, and that should be, if you're good enough parents, you should rethink everything you're doing right
now. You're like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm ready to keep an eye out. I put a home office beer fridge in here, so I'll just be here on watch.
Normally neighborhood watch, but also remote babysitting.
Yep. And just by the way, I am a cam boy. I shave my nethers for people on the
That's street. That's my side thing. Can I do this? Might be a combination ooh girl and bitch please, but I watched the show Little Fires Everywhere.
Yes.
I want to ask, what do you have that is like knowing you watch something, you're like, this is hot garbage. I will finish this tonight.
Yes.
Because it was that show, and Rachel was watching. I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. She's like, fine. She turned it off. I'm like, what are you doing? No, we got to watch this. This is like, it's so bad. I had to watch it.
What was that show? The one on Netflix. I think we might have talked about it. Sex Island or whatever. Too Hot to Handle. Thanks, honey. Yeah, where they're all like incredibly horny young people, and they put on.
Please tell me about the show Sex Island from your child's nursery.
To be a part of the family.
Used to be where we watched Sex Island, but I guess now it's your room.
We kind of made it Sex Island, if you know what I'm talking about. But hey, listen, what do you want me to get you? A gusher or something? Granola bar? What do you want? Yeah, just like horny people on an island, and they lose money if they kiss or fuck, and it was hot garbage, but it's wonderful. It's so fun.
I mean, I've watched 90 Day Fiance. I'm all about, like, that's knowingly trash. This is a show where it's like, it was a book, and apparently the book was good enough to make it a 8 or 10 part TV series.
Right.
And it was so bad.
Yeah. Okay.
And I could not stop watching because everybody was so, like, Reese Witherspoon as a shitty suburban white woman was so hateable.
She nails that shit. Did you see what was that? Hey, what's the Lies show where they killed that rapist? Big Little Lies. Yeah, she was like a really
I can't. Big mom. Little Lies, Little Fires Everywhere, and then the other one with the angry white women going after something was like there's, as Andy Kindler would say, and a third thing. But yeah, we watched that one, and it was good, but that was still a little bit more realistic. This was a straight up like daytime soap opera with better direction.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I love some good. And what you're talking. I'm talking about reality show trash, which is kind of dime a dozen.
I'm a 90 Day Fiance man.
Script. I'm a V pump till I die. Vanderpump Rules.
We went to the restaurant.
Which one? Pump or Tom Tom? Well, I guess Pump is the only restaurant.
No, it's called Sir.
Oh, Sir. What am I saying? Idiot. Yes, right.
Which stands for Sexy Unique Restaurant.
I know. Hold on, wait. Let's defer to the expert who also.
On this one.
Hold on. What do we got?
It's called Sir Restaurant and Lounge. So it's actually called Sexy Unique Restaurant and Lounge.
Like ATM machine, automated teller machine.
It better. It only makes it better. The fact that
so does. Hey, you don't have to come back after a slam dunk like that. Then
I'll tell you. Yeah. By the way, BT Dubs, you should know. Yeah, the food was not good. Not for what it was supposed to be.
Did you get the balls of goat cheese with yanked lettuce and a shitty Cosmo?
I got whatever dog shit. I was too busy rubbernecking. You know what? It's nice. Like, do you like this? I don't know if this sounds shitty, but whatever.
Please.
Like when a beautiful person has to serve you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is justice.
Yeah.
Like, you just go back in your head at so much stuff in your life where you had like kiss ass or suck up or do something to do your job. And then there's just somebody that's like, I'm going to be an Instagram model. Not until you get me more lemon water. Like,
dude, I don't know. Did I ever tell you the fucking Oaks Gourmet story where I stood there and this one guy could not get the credit card machine to work for somebody? And it's only me, no one else in line. I'm right there. And he's like hat sideways in Ashton Kutcher, 2004 style. And he's just like, fucking just fuck. And like a beautiful young man, very handsome. And the manager comes over to help him. Neither him nor the manager ever looked up. I just wanted to order a sandwich to go. I'm standing there for like almost 10 minutes. And I just like, it went from me going, should I say something to, holy shit, now this is kind of funny. Then I started getting angry again. And the guy kind of notices me and just doesn't look up, just goes, give me a sec, bro. And I was like, I just went, all right. And I walked out and I kicked the double doors open and went, go fuck yourself, as I walked into the parking lot. Because I couldn't believe it. Like, if he was just like, and I don't care if it takes a long time, and he's like, hey man, I'm really sorry. This shit is really fucking with me. It's my tell if I don't get it right. And I'll be like, cool, man, take your time. But the fact that he never acknowledged me once and was just like, I'm just in this fucking world that's giving me shit. This guy wants a sandwich. Couldn't give a fuck. Give me a sec, bro. Like as if we're boys. It was
Who
just.
was it? Was it a guy? Was it a famous person?
No. Just a handsome young dude that I was just like, it's that what you're talking about, that entitlement of just, look, I'm fucking beautiful and I don't really know what I'm doing. I shouldn't even be doing this shit. So, and you're like, get my lemon water. Go fuck it.
I am so fascinated to see middle age hit attractive people that made their bones on being attractive. Like we've talked about before, I'm fascinated with fake hair. I love it. As a bald man, I love seeing I love seeing it. And not in a derogatory, like good for you. You had it, but just own it. Just be like, yeah, I'm doing a thing. But this is a story relayed to me from Shane Torres that he told me, but I guess Brett Ernst was working, and forgive me if I botch these details from retelling it, was like a waiter at the Cheesecake Factory, and there's some like low-level detective show actor in there being shitty to him. And so Brett Ernst, I guess, quit in the middle of his shift and was just like, no, I don't work here anymore. Talk to me like that again. And the manager came by to be like, he's like, no, I don't work here anymore. Talk to me like that again. Now I don't work here. Like, oh my God. Power move.
Brett Ernst, I did one of the best weekends on the road of my life. I co-headlined with him in Miami, and I should have been opening because he was like the favorite son. He like grew up there, and just packed house, and like just Goomba City. Just all the Italians came out, and they're all. I've had men kiss me before. I've never had a heterosexual man kiss me without asking. After a show, because like he loved my act, and he was just a ripped fucking off-duty cop, Guido, proudly so, trimmed, thin beard, buddies with Brett. I'm just hanging with Brett. Everyone's around him in the fucking waiting area, and this huge arm goes over my shoulder, and he's like, I just hear unfucking believable, Taco Bell. You know that Taco Bell bit back like 10 years ago? He's like, unfucking real, Taco Bell. Hey, come here. And he kisses my cheek, and he's like, unfucking, do you see this guy? Fucking Taco Bell. And he takes me around the whole, and he's in a tank top, ripped at the club. Like, hanging out with Brett that weekend was the ultimate fun. That guy kills me, man.
Well, I gave him a story because I grew up with the same type of guys.
Yeah.
Not full Miami, but Chicago Italian. My buddy's cousin, my buddy had three cousins, like full Italian. They each had Camaros. One had a red one had a white one, and one had a green one. And they'd get on 355 and just they Blue Angels the Italian flag down 355. And it never fit anywhere in my act, but I told Brett that. I'm like, if you need this for what I'm like, I know who you're not from the same place, but you're from the same people. I'm like, take this if you want to use it.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Like a 3-man car biker gang.
Just the Blue Angels flying the Italian colors down the highway.
Lasagna.
Hey, we gotta bring on our guest.
Yes, let's bring on.
And let's first say we're doing for the charity this week is, I'll let Solomon introduce it because I don't remember the name of it.
It's racist, but that's it.
Oh, it's racist. There we are. Yeah. Refugee and Immigration Center for Education Legal Service. Yes, that is 2 days charity. Let's go ahead and bring on our guest.
The whole area.
Oh, there he is. Look at this sassy intro. Solomon Georgio. Yes.
Georgio. You see, we are getting somewhat. Hey, girl. Sorry. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Start with hey, girl. Kerchief damn it, nice.
Oh yeah, you gotta live up to your name.
Yeah, you look as always smashing.
Thank you so much. That's all I ever want to hear.
Thank you for making us step up our game to wear our slight finery.
Oh yeah, we were doing when we were doing
color
sound check, we're like,
combination.
oh, we gotta look, we gotta look sharp. I still got my busted lawn chair that I'm on, but whatever.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry, I'm adjusting to make sure that's the perfect angle. Now you get the best of me.
No, you're good. It's great. It's great. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Solomon,
How are you?
As good as you can be being trapped inside your own house with your own thoughts.
Roommates? No roommates.
Oh no, it's just me. So I'm staying with the worst roommate, my brain.
I was thinking about this today, how anytime I tell myself like, oh, I'm kind of bored, I'm like, what a privileged problem to have, to announce that you're like your biggest problem is you're bored. Mm-hmm. And so I had to like reprioritize my life right now. Like, who, buddy? Take a nap, do some push-ups, do something.
Oh yeah, I think it's just restless. We've confused boredom for restlessness. It's like, yeah, you just don't want to be in your house is what the issue is.
Yeah. Well, I will say, Solomon, I was really knocked out when I texted you and I was like, hey, would you like to be on the show? And you're like, sounds good to me. I'll be at home. And I said, great, you've been okay? And you wrote, I'm remarkably calm in chaotic situations.
Yes.
Perfect.
It's very upsetting to me. I know if the apocalypse happens right now, I would survive it very rationally and I would be fine. I would prefer to just die immediately, but I know my luck.
What's the moment where you're like, oh, I'm gonna fight to the death now? I guess my idea is like, all these people like, oh, I'm gonna be a survivor. There's all these doomsday preppers. It's like, for what? Mm-hmm. Why would you want to exist past the annihilation of everyone you know and everyone? Because I rode my bike through Beverly Hills when this first started, and the only place boarded up was Sephora. And I was kind of impressed that Sephora was the one like, get it locked up now, because if it goes down, they're coming for makeup first. And that's when I was with Rachel, and she's like, bitches want to look nice when the shit goes down. I'm like, all right, that's a priority. I did not realize that people were going to head straight towards Sephora. But of all the jewelry stores and expensive shops in Beverly Hills, Sephora had the plywood on the windows first.
Look, end of the day, you don't want to be the most jacked up looking person at the end of the world, all right?
Oh, everybody's doing the charcoal smudges and the tattered jackets. Look.
Yeah, that's fine, but you want to be the fucking dude with a goddamn chunk of metal coming out of his neck and barely able to speak. Like, I don't want to be that guy.
Well, like, ironically, all the guys who are not wearing masks and they're protesting the quarantine and all this stuff, like, those are the fattest guys with the weapons. But it's like, even if you survive, you're not getting laid. I'm sorry, fellas. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I think people confuse getting ready for like something like the doomsday preppers get it completely wrong. It's like you have to be resourceful. You don't have to have resources. You have to have the ability to get resources when everything runs out.
Right.
And their skill set in that regard is usually next to nothing.
Right. Well, it's not survival of the fittest. It's survival of the most adaptable is what we found.
Well, nobody looks at the athleticism you're going to need.
You're out.
Like I've said, I think it's a lot of dudes excited to sit in a garage full of ravioli. Like, finally. Start dipping into these cases of Chef Boyardee that I've been saving for this particularly rainy day.
I saw a picture of a guy who had hoarded so many guns, and he had his own like tank, and he was sitting on top of the barrel of the tank holding guns, and he's very fat, and there's a picture that someone took, and I was like, what if no one took that picture? Like, if it doesn't make it to the gram, all of that's worthless really to you, because you're never going to have to defend just yourself that much. You're all alone. And what do you just sit in your gun garage and yell guns?
Also, you need at least one other guy to help with a tank.
Right. Yeah.
You can't be by yourself in a tank and
No.
like get it out to the spot and like, hold on a second, I gotta crank this little wheel, it turns the thing around.
Stay where you are. Don't move.
I think it's more that like now it's like probably like a 4-guy operation. It's not just one dude in there, just like manning the whole operation.
Especially, yeah, that guy that fat too, trying to squeeze in there, and then you don't have enough room. Like I've long held that uniforms of certain services should not go past a certain size. And that's not being angry. Like I'm not like being biased against some like be big, be beautiful, love your body. But if like a police uniform shouldn't come in XXL.
Look, there's probably a reason that the script for Beverly Hills Ninja, starring Chris Farley, probably sold in like 10 seconds. Where they're like, fat ninja, I'm in. I will invest in this. That's good.
Oh, fat.
Hey guys,
ninja.
can I hit you with some Patreon questions?
Oh, you've got some questions? Please.
Awesome. Andy on Patreon asks, what's the sexiest cartoon, alive or dead?
Take it, Solomon.
Alive or dead? Wow. First of all, dead cartoons is a thing that I want to get into now.
Cartoons aren't.
No, there are some that
Andy's
die.
being hilarious, right?
There are some dead cartoon characters like Bleeding Gums Murphy or whatever his name was.
All right, good.
And Flanders' wife is dead.
Right. Odd.
But yeah, for sexiest cartoon, oh man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Roger Rabbit. People would want to go with Jessica, but I'm like, no, Roger Rabbit. He's the one that pulled in Jessica, and I want to know what's going on down there.
Yes, see, that's the thing. He makes me laugh. It's like he makes you do more than that. There's something special down low.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did you ever get to an age where you had to somehow fathom Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit having sex?
I think I thought about it more than once throughout my entire life. So it's really tough to figure out which age you're asking about. But yeah, I'm assuming he's just fucking. I think it's his tongue work that might be in display more than anything else.
Yeah, that's a really good. You know what? I think you're right. And I will say, not to butter you up too much, but it won't be the first or the last time, Solomon. But when we've all done, Brian Cook, the most sweetest man of all time show, competitive erotic fan fiction. And yours, you wrote, was your actual parents. And
oh yes, my own conception.
Oh no!
I was just
my
like,
God.
it was one of those things. I was like, oh, holy shit! Like, I'm not brave at all. I have no nuts. I have no sand. I was like, I was so impressed by that. And you're just like, oh, I'm doing my parents. I was like, oh, shit. Wow.
I walked in.
You wrote erotic fan fiction about your own parents.
Oh, I
Incredible.
walked
It
in.
was about my own. It was about my own conception, which I was like, well, I'm the biggest fan of me, so let's talk about my own creation.
Your origin story. You gave yourself an origin story.
I love it.
And the amount of times I had to write my father's penis in that, it was twice as difficult to write as it was to say out loud.
Oh my God. I will say that yes, Jessica Rabbit. We rewatched Who Framed Roger Rabbit about a month ago, and it's a really great movie.
Brilliant.
Holds up. It's also very pertinent. I was trying to watch movies about old Hollywood, and that is actually, as friend Vance Sanders pointed out, it's actually about the building of the 110 freeway. I don't know if we talked about this in a previous episode, but
it is.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
about.
It's also about the tire company shutting down public transportation as well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about the 110 freeway cutting through. Well, the highway going through Toontown is actually the highway going through Mexican communities and how they're trying to buy it out, shutting down public transportation. It's a great movie to rewatch. And Jessica Rabbit, goddamn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I'm searching my brain, but there's really no sexier female cartoon than Jessica. But that's how she was, she wasn't, she's not bad. She's just drawn that way, her own line.
But Bugs Bunny when he dresses up like a lady.
Oh. Well, there's also Lola Bunny.
I like the idea that. But the idea that you get mad that Bugs Bunny dressed up like a lady is hot, and people would look bad at you and like, that assumes I'm not gay. It's a rabbit. You had to assume that I was already.
Well, and Bugs Bunny is a sexless icon of pure confidence. What's not to be attracted to? I will call Bugs Bunny they, because I will call fucking come on. I would have sex.
Look, I would happily agree that Bugs Bunny is non-binary and he is also black. Those are two things that I definitely believe in.
I remember Ice-T like 20 years ago was like all the Looney Tunes cartoons they're all black people. Daffy Duck, black.
No, some of them are not black, and that is Granny. She is for sure a white woman.
Granny.
Just because the people wearing those shirts at Six Flags are black doesn't mean the characters are black.
All the characters are drawn white, I would say, are white. Elmer Fudd is white. Yosemite Sam is white. Yeah, but your Bugs Bunny, your Daffy Duck, Porky Pig.
Yeah, no.
Solomon.
Porky Pig, I definitely think is white. That is for sure a white. There's too much anxiety to be a black person.
I do like that Porky Pig invented the shirt cocking though, which is when you wear no pants and no underwear and a shirt.
Yeah, Porky Pig in it, Donald Duck in it.
Yeah.
Was it Porky Pig first or Donald Duck first with the no pants?
It's a good question. I don't know.
That whole world of like, oh, we better put on a shirt. I don't know. Let's go. Jake, give us another question before we get too horny over these cartoons.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Weather McNabb asks, what's the best/worst pet you've ever had? And then we have Rachel is going to be joining us in just a few minutes.
Sweet.
I only ever had one pet. It was a betta fish that I named Jupiter. I had no qualms with it, except that my dad, I went away for a summer and my dad did not take care of the tank and it died. So it was the best and worst pet I ever had at the same time.
Okay.
I think if fish had the ability to show emotion on their face, people would take care of them better.
Oh, you think so? But it was a really dirty tank. It took a while for it to get to the space of it dying.
Clean my room.
You're just staring at dirty ass water for like just a fish in its own shit for easily 2 weeks.
But then the expression of the fish doesn't change.
Yeah.
Like
we can't see.
Yeah.
No, tangible. I feel like dogs and cats can express sadness or be bummed out. And you'd be like, I better be nice to this animal more.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I'm a pescatarian right now. That's I'm also telling this outwardly. I'm telling it to myself. Fish don't have emotions. That's why it's okay to still eat them.
Enjoy your truth. I mean, I've had two pets. I had a cat that got run over by a bus, and then I had a dog. But the dog was like Copper was my favorite, but she was a mean bitch, literally. Like she bit like two of my friends in the face, like a little Jack Russell. But like they got drunk at my house and tried to kiss her. So hey,
that's on there. That's on your friend's fault.
It is, but she always had. I mean, Jack Russell Terriers are the Napoleons of dogs. Like when you take her walking, she'd see a bigger dog and be like, "Fuck, you think you know me?" Like every time, where you're like, "Stop!" You're like dragging her away, but she was great. So it's like, what's worse? I didn't know if I had like the worst. I think like Solomon, that she was my best and worst, but overall best. What about you?
I don't want to disparage the memory of your cat, but if a cat gets hit by a car, it's bad at being a cat. They should have better reflexes.
Dude, a bus ran over.
Buses aren't even fast.
I know. I'm saying, to your point. Correct. It's
I'm sorry for
Patches.
your
I
loss.
think in the end, Patches wanted out. So
Patches wanted out of that name.
Yeah, all of it.
Okay, your name's Patches. Oh, I'm just a basic ass cat now. Okay, great.
I'm put together from other cats. Thanks. Oh, let's bring in Rachel. She's waiting in the wings. I want to have some quality time.
I'm watching a squirrel fight with a tree outside right now.
Of course you are.
Speaking of pets.
Hey girl.
Rachel.
Hey girl.
Drinks up.
Oh, you're muted, Rach. Can you hear us? Oh, Zoom. You're the best.
Connecting to audio. I see it.
I see it.
Ta-da! There
we go. Welcome.
Okay, all together, gentlemen. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Are we?
Drink.
Rachel, are we in Detroit or just paying homage to the Red Wings?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys are Chicago and Chicago. You probably don't want to see that. We are from Michigan, so that's the home team, but we are not in Detroit. No, we are in Denver.
Oh, Denver, right on. Oh, you're right by old Jake there then. Well, welcome. Welcome to Detroit and Denver.
Welcome to Denver, or back to Denver. I'm sure you've been here many more times than I have. I've only been here for a month now. I came here from Nashville.
Oh, okay. I like you. Can I say your back wall looks good? Whenever somebody does like the multitude of photographs and frame things, and they do the staggered, quirky look on the wall. If I do it, it looks like I just had a fit and nailed shit up on the wall. But it looks nice. I can't see what's in there, but it looks good.
Stop it. You want the honest to God truth? I watched the last 2 episodes and you commented on the pictures in their background. And like I said, I've only been here for 2 months. I hadn't hung a single thing until I saw that. And I came straight home from work and I did this all yesterday. So thank you for noticing. That's exactly why I did it.
Oh, wow. Oh, just special for us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, thanks for having us into your home. How are you holding up? Who are you there with?
Oh God, it's just me. It's me and my feline roommates, whom I've sequestered so we don't have to deal with tails and cat heads and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have cats? You don't want to bring cats out? We're just talking pets.
Yeah.
I can bring pets out, but they will be very interactive with the whole. You'll hear them in a minute. Look, I brought presents home from work for them today because I'm Mom of the Year. See all that packing paper?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, #1 cat mom right here.
So, Rachel, you're going to work?
Yeah, I haven't stopped working through all of this. I work in healthcare, so
Everybody.
Oh, thank you. I will pass that on to the nurses and the doctors at work. But
oh my God.
No, well, it's kind of nice to have the job security, and thankfully they're being very responsible at work and really screening the patients before they come in. So
Do you work at a weed store and you're calling it healthcare? Where do you work?
Denver healthcare. Hold on.
Everybody asks me that now because I work in pharmacy. When I came out here, because I came from the Bible Belt where it's so wrong. So wrong. And I came out here and first side story, when we were unpacking the moving truck, the guy had come all the way from Nashville with me and a delivery guy stopped and dropped a bag off for somebody in the building. And then I was standing there for about 20 minutes and I looked at the bag and then I looked again at the bag and I can't remember the name of the company, but it said something Puff on it. And you're delivering the pot.
Yeah.
I know one of the technicians at work, actually, her side job is at a dispensary. And I'm like, your side job would get you 5 to 7 back home.
Listen, some small parts of America are turning kind of nice. We can focus on the wide swath of horrible, but there's a couple. I think it was Virginia just decriminalized it, and it's getting there with the weed. And personally, I think weed is going to mellow everybody out. I know it's a very pothead thing to say, but shit, maybe I think I was saying when this quarantine started, I think weed staying open and people having the free time to try it. Like, you can't get fired if you don't have a job. Try some weed.
Right.
But days are going to make these hardened heterosexuals lighten up about butthole pleasures.
Yeah.
And they're going to fucking realize, like, oh, just tickling my asshole with some water because of the toilet paper crisis. It's okay to love your body.
Maybe I won't go to hell.
Yeah, I have the weed I have now. I know is good because I check the earthquake website every 10 minutes because I'm like, was that an earthquake? And it's actually just heart palpitations. It's called I think it's called OG Kush or something. And
you want to have something that's got enough, THC, but enough lizard brain that you're still aware and you're still like not paranoid, but just you're zoned. You're zoned.
Not even paranoid about like real things. Not even like,
perfect.
Oh, what if stand-up comedy? What if venues don't open? Like, was that another earthquake? It wasn't a first earthquake, but every 10 minutes, I'm just in my chair like this, like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it a thing? Nah, dude.
Solomon, are you partaking?
I am learning. I grew up in Seattle, so I didn't have that introductory phase that a lot of people had with the shake weed and the shitty weed. I went right into chronic, and that was like a hellscape to go through.
Sure.
So my early experience with weed was just me being terrified for 5 years straight. And then I stopped altogether because I did a full edible as a matter of fact, at Bridgetown, and had to go to the hospital where I had a full-on panic attack.
Oh,
yeah. I empathize with your life.
Sure. Oh, I so many times.
I ate half a cookie, and then I offered the other half to somebody else, and they said no. And then eventually time happened, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I got a cookie," and I forgot the weed part of it, and that was. So I just started doing CBD edibles with a little bit of THC to go to sleep at night.
Mm-hmm. So nice.
But they're like 1 milligram of THC, and if I eat 3 of them, I'm rocked all night.
Yeah.
Rachel, are you prevented from partaking because of your job?
I assume my company.
No need to disclose, by the way.
Oh,
I always say pass, like it's Family Feud.
No, I'm not opposed to it, but it's never been a huge part of my life either. I missed out on it when I was a teenager, so it's not as exciting. But I do, now that it's so commercialized and I can talk to people who know about it and know the smart way to do it, and I want something that's going to be like Ativan. I just want something that's going to make me chill.
Yeah.
I don't want to like necessarily get super stoned and watch movies or anything like that, but I'm anxious a lot.
My mother's best friend, Susie, they met teaching at Portland State University. And I remember we were talking about it we were having dinner like a year ago, and she's 75. And she's like, I think she has 3 daughters that I grew up that are like my sisters. And I think one of them left some weed butter in her freezer. And she was like, I came home and I'd had a horrible day, and it was a Friday, and I found this weed butter in my freezer, and I put some on some toast, and I had the most wonderful night. And that's like, I always think about that because it's so matter of fact. It's kind of that thing where, not that you should feel pressure. I don't really use a lot of weed for any, but that story always makes the way she put it, like, oh, it was a delicious cinnamon roll. Like, it was that same kind of reaction.
Nice chill toast to end up the day.
It's a nice nighttime toast.
Because my friends in high school never did drugs, I was never around it. So I didn't try anything until I was in my 20s. And It wasn't until I was with my most recent ex that I ever even tried shrooms.
All right.
And I happened to try it in the middle of one of my deep depressions, and I didn't take it for that reason. I just took it because I had never had a hallucinogen before. And I realized about 10 days after it that, oh my God, I have felt normal for about a week. And then I read up on how they're using it for depression and microdosing and things like that. And I was sold. But I made a huge mistake. It was not too long after the breakup. I got some more, and I now know I took way too much. And you reminded me with your story about going to the emergency room. It was a very strong trip, but then my mind went dark. And I was by myself, and it was getting a little too dark, and I kept getting stuck in a loop. So I had to go online because I was like, okay, I know, because I'm such a nerd. I was like, okay, I know, I've read about this. I can't overdose. And if I go to the emergency room, all they're going to do is give me Ativan. I have that. But maybe I shouldn't self-medicate when I'm fucked up.
Yeah, don't mix and mingle.
No.
I went online. I went on to YouTube because I just need someone to talk to me and tell me it was going to be okay. That's all I needed. And some sweet bastard had made a video on the YouTubes because it and he even said at the beginning, you're probably here because you searched something like bad trip, and it was just the most beautiful images, and it was him talking and saying, awesome. Everything's gonna be fine. You just gotta wait it out. You're fine. You're not gonna die.
I love those people so much. I think that is one of the best things you can do, is see somebody on a bad trip and then calm them down. And also, the people that I hate the most are the people that specifically fuck with people when they're high.
Oh,
that is the villain in every story.
I was afraid of that too. I was afraid I would find a video where they snuck in like a really quick cut to a monster, or your whole family hating ropes. Yeah.
Those jump scare movies.
Oh yeah. If you see people that are high and decide to scare them, I'm gonna fight you if I'm sober, 100%.
Yeah, it's so mean.
Call you girl, I'll take off my earrings and I'll be there to help you.
Yeah.
I'll say, if you're just weed high and you're a weed smoker, I don't mind a little jump scare. That's fun. Watching a scary movie, doing shit like that. Not first time user. Let them. You need to be if you're around a first time user or something, you need to be a shepherd for that individual.
Sure.
Rachel, I'm glad you found that mushrooms could alleviate certain things. I think once marijuana goes, psilocybin is gonna be the next, like,
without a doubt,
more regular. Admittedly, I don't think you should be able to just buy mushrooms in a store. Like, I can't imagine. Like, you go down. You're in Denver now. What is that? 6th Street, not 6th Street's in Boston. 15th, the 16th Street Mall.
Oh, I don't even know.
The main downtown stretch of Denver.
Okay.
Which is like all the shops and all this stuff. Comedy Works is right nearby that area.
Yeah.
And like, when everybody's stoned, it's like, I don't mind it, but it's like Northern California. You go up to like Eureka or something, and the whole town is so fucking high. Like, you watch the server in a restaurant forget your order as you're telling it to him. I'm like, there's still a level of functionality in society that needs to exist.
Yeah, I
just
think
don't want people driving on any of it. That's my thing. If we can handle it like we do alcohol, great. I mean, it's not a perfect system, but
I went to a 4th of July party last summer, and I did a bunch of Molly, which, oh man,
that one's on my
I mean, I pissed away 2 days afterwards just trying to get back, but I
just crying
that night. But it was at a house. It was at like a house on the beach that like a shitty beach that had a little dock and a little boat, and everybody that did mushrooms was just sitting on that boat. And I was on Molly, so I'm like, you know what they need? Some reassurance that they're great people. I didn't know them. But I just ran up rolling my ass off and just jumped on a boat full of people tripping their balls off. And I'm like, you're all fantastic. And they're like, who the fuck are you, man? I'm like, I realized
Dude, see, that's why
I didn't air traffic control our highs well enough.
If you go to
they
San
kind of collided.
the docks, there's that dock that's entirely covered in seal or seals, and one that's covered in one walrus. You were that walrus, and you jumped, and the seals are like, "Don't eat us!"
Yeah, I just want to be like, you're all wonderful, and you need to know that. You're like, whatever, man. There's fireworks, I think. Can you go away? And I'm like, nope, I gotta go hunt some sand.
Well, we started talking about dressing for Palm Springs, and this is like reminds me. I think I mentioned this on an episode, but like, I have that thing of being like over trying to go. Is this cool? Are you cool? Where I feel like I need to take care of everybody. Yeah. And I was at a leather bar at 2 a.m. in Palm Springs with gay friends, and I kept asking strangers because I was all just wasting on all kinds of stuff. Where I was just like, "Hey, is it okay that I'm here? Is this cool? Shut up, man. Leave or shut up. Stop." Like it got it. Yeah, you're my wife. She just goes, "What a dick." Or, oh no, you know what? She didn't. She said, "Suck a dick." That's my wife.
Similar. Yeah.
Rachel did.
No one was interested in me. Thanks for shattering my ego again.
He's just like, is this okay? My white male privilege, like. No one cares. Like, if you're not gonna,
I didn't say that.
Dick, like, stop talking to them.
I
like, no one looked at me like at all, and it was like,
yeah, no one cared.
A good time sitting in the corner. And he's like, "Hey, is this okay?" And they're
"Hey,
like,
guys,
what's up?" And he's like, "Oh no, this is my wife." And they're like, "Dude."
Yeah.
See, I can roll my titties off and be the coolest cucumber in the world when it comes to Molly. I am always just, and I don't like people are like, I want to go hug somebody. My boundaries become sharper and more clear.
I need to magnify my radiance more because I am nothing but a pure just a telescope of positivity, and how can I shine that on the world, which was ultimately deemed very obnoxious. But, yeah, mushrooms. Rachel talked me down good because we'll go to Joshua Tree and just eat them until our eyes can't stay in our head.
The best.
And the one night where I told her, I'm like, I need to sleep out in the desert. And she knew well enough to be like, if she's like, that's a dumb idea, I would absolutely go do it. So she just said, I'd prefer that you didn't. And I was like, oh, that phrase was enough for me to go like, yeah, sleep inside a real structure tonight.
Yeah, you got to read.
Let's not roll around. Let's not go play hokey pokey with some scorpions out in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's what my function is that whenever I get fucked up, I play the conscience of other people. I'm the person they're like, should I jump over? Should I run into the traffic right now? I'm like, I don't think that's the best for us.
Think of the group.
Yeah. Now
everybody becomes a search party because you wanted to sleep in the desert, and that infringes on their good time. I'm like,
we're all trying to have fun together.
Yeah.
Nothing that will require anyone's taxpayer dollars to fix the evening.
Correct.
Oh yeah. I'm very much about making it a journey where we care for each other. That's all I.
Story. It's a good story.
Well, we're almost out of time, but let's go round robin. And wait, what is that? What'd you just have? Little nipper? What was that? A little whiskey?
Yes, it was.
God bless you. I'm just curious.
Yeah, feel no shame.
Gentleman Jack. Wonderful.
You got the gas station traveler.
Let's
you want to know? I don't know this at a time, but they were in a basket. One of my friends gave me. She gave me a breakup basket, and it had. Since I'm a whiskey girl, it had my whiskeys in it, and some breakup coloring books with swear words. And my favorite was a journal, and it said, "Your vagina deserved so much better."
Oh, that's
we call that size of drink the movie size where I'm from.
Yep.
As soon as they open back up.
Yeah. Well, let's go around and just share your favorite thing or worst thing of the week.
Well, can I just say, first off, we're at $145 going toward races. If we can we're at 72.5% of the goal. Let's go, everybody.
Come on,
a few
people.
more bucks towards the charity. Let's do it.
For
Give
the
them money.
refugees. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry. So what were we doing? We're doing best and worst of the week?
Sure. Or one or the other. And this could be anything, you know?
This is probably the best thing of the week. I get to hang out with you cool cats.
I'm so sorry for you, Rachel.
The virus has lowered everybody's expectations.
That's why this show is thriving.
There are a lot of podcasts out there now. That's best. This is the best thing. What was the worst thing? I am not adjusting well to living in a place that is generally cold enough to not always have central air in every building, like my apartment. So I have an air conditioning unit over there, and it cools about 3 feet around the air conditioning unit, and the fat girl is getting kind of warm.
I lived with one of those for 5 years. I know what you're dealing with.
I know, I'm from Michigan, so like I said, it's been a minute, and I didn't miss this.
Go ahead.
I
was gonna say, just get a comfortable chair and a drink and sit in front of it like that stereo ad where it's just blowing at you.
Correct.
Ooh,
Just sit in front of it and let it blow your hair back.
That's
Central Air is not very common in LA for some weird reason. And what we do is block off a room with a giant blanket to keep it cool.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, 5 years I did that life. I had one of them R2D2 units that you plugged in with a giant HVAC hose out the window.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Trish. $20. Thank you, Trish. Appreciate that. Solomon, next.
Well, best of the week. I went, you know what? I've been, it's actually, I got Taco Bell this week. So you were talking about earlier, and you know what? I had some, and it was fantastic. I didn't eat fast food for the last month and a half, and revisiting it after a long break makes it 20 times more delicious.
Good job.
And
Guys,
it was
yeah,
just
dog, but I mean ooh girl. I mean ooh girl when I say yeah, dog.
Lindsay Welch just gave us $30, and Annie Harrington $50 to
Hell
rate.
yeah.
Yeah, dog. Ooh girl.
Big money.
Hey girl.
I don't think it's hit the charts yet, but I think we're over now. So
yeah, it's gonna happen. I will say I had Chipotle last week, and it was I could have jumped inside the tortilla and eaten my way out. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh. So I feel you. Did you go get it, or did you have it? Did you really?
I went to the drive-through because whenever I get restless, I just take a drive, and it's also kind of nice to do that in LA when there's no traffic now.
Yeah.
But no, I went to Taco Bell. I went to one across the street from McDonald's. That way she knows I'm cheating, and it was just. But yeah, I got myself three. Wait, I got like 7 items, and it was
$5.
I like getting as much as I can, knowing that I think that's gonna be leftovers, but it's never the case. And I learned.
No, you just stay up a little later. You just stay up a little later and finish it.
Yeah.
There's another episode of Little Fires Everywhere to watch.
But no, I've done it where I've Postmated Taco Bells to my house, and I'd order enough for the whole day. It was actually when I recovered from Molly. The next day, I'm like, order enough Taco Bell for the whole day and just eat it cold throughout.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hangovers when money's not real. The kind of hangover where money isn't a real thing.
Nope.
Yeah. I spent a lot of days in that darkness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh.
I'll say my good and bad. What did I do since last week? I told you I got off. I quit Twitter. I think we talked about that. Did we talk about that last week, Braunger?
Yes. Which it had just happened.
Yeah, I handed over. I still have the account, but I handed my password over because I was like, oh, this thing that's only bringing me frustration, yet I keep going back to it like a sick relationship. And I'm like convinced I need it. So I got rid of that. So that's a good thing. I got my telescope. I bought a telescope.
Right.
I don't know, man.
How's space?
It's stars look they still just look like stars, but brighter and harder to see through a tube.
Have neighbors? Maybe you could focus on the neighbors.
It's not even like I've said, I got binoculars for that years ago. I got I got my creek peeping set up. Now this is legit stargazing. You know, that's I got that, and that's fun. We're working on that. Jupiter, you could see Jupiter up over the horizon if you take a gander outside a little past midnight. It's right over the horizon. It looks like a very bright star. If you are in California and looking southeast, you'll see it.
Southeast.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a thing. Otherwise,
ISS here in Denver.
What's that now?
National Space Station was visible last week, I think, here in Denver.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, and I will say, I've said it before, it's a great time because, Solomon, you said there's not traffic out. If you have a bicycle, go out, find out about your city, find out about your neighborhood, get on a bike. Please, wear a helmet, use lights if you're riding at night. But go out and see your neighborhood from a bicycle. It's a whole different vibe. It's easier now that there's less traffic out there. It's exercise, which is good for you physically, and it's good for you mentally. And it's a bike ride. It's a great thing to do. I was riding around last night. I rode to Long Beach last week. Buy a cheap bike. Go buy a shitty bike and just get around town on it.
And I will say, one of my, I don't know what my high point. Mine will just be Kyle's text where you were, I think, furiously drunk, and you said, you said, hey, buy a bike, man. Let's get out there and ride in the night. And then the next one was like, hey, smoke all the weed before you become a fucking dad. And I'm just on the couch watching TV with my wife, just like howling. It was the best. We do. I mean, God bless.
I've been getting real weird, man.
Dude, Dave Lyons during trivia screamed at a friend of ours who just came out with an album. Is like, your album's so fucking good. And it's a lot of these trivia people don't know each other. And he's in Palm Springs or like Joshua Tree in a rented house, just so hammered, doesn't know. He's like, guys want to hear me sing just like Steve Perry? And everyone's like, no, stop. The best.
I honestly, I love loud proclamations of joy. That's why I think I enjoy getting drunk with comedians so much. And I can't.
Absolutely. Well, Rachel, we got to say goodbye. We got to wrap it up. But thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you guys.
And thanks for what you do,
Rachel.
Thank you for motivating me to decorate my wall.
Oh, look, it looks great. Be good, be safe, enjoy your little whiskeys.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel.
So Solomon, what do you got to plug? What's happening? Where can people?
If you want to hear me sing, there we are. If you wanna hear somebody sing off-key Ace of Base between 7 and 10 p.m. every night, just feel free to drive by my house. I will be here. But no, I'm just online. Solomon Georgio everywhere. Follow me if you like. I've got nothing to show for it yet, but watch TV. I've written some stuff.
Yeah,
that's what
Grill and just so many things. So good.
High Fidelity also is out there as well on Hulu.
Right on. Why did you pick Races? I mean, it's awesome.
Well, just as an immigrant, and a lot of it's still an issue in this country. A lot of mistreatment of immigrants, and it's honestly, it's just one of the best nonprofits in that regards, where it keeps fighting the fight that needs to keep happening, because our government kind of sucks just a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Just a smidge. Yeah. Oh.
Just a dash.
Oh man, we only need $7 to put us over the top. Someone give $7.
Right now, please.
Come on, for races. I feel like it makes me laugh every time because it sounds like
ask
a
him
racist.
$7.
It does.
You sound like
Give-
you sound like the greediest.
for
You sound like the greediest homeless guy in front of 7-Eleven. Yo, man, give me $7.
For racists.
Oh shit, it's for racists. Here's 10. Keep it 10. If we start a fake charity just for racists,
Flame Princess just gave $26. Didn't have to give. Thank you, Flame Princess, and thank you for all the work you do fighting crime for princesses everywhere. We did it.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
man.
land this turkey, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring it in.
Solomon, thank you so much for doing this on a Friday night. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you guys for having me. It means a lot. It's good to see both of your faces.
Good to see yours too. I really love you and I miss you a lot, you know.
Love you too, guys.
Scarf was good, man. Scarf was good.
Thank you.
That's a good scarf.
It was good.
It's designer. Thank you.
Oh, and I gotta, before we go, I gotta throw it to, it looks like, I hope he's not lying, but Taint Hammer 1 gave $50. Thanks for hammering taints, Taint Hammer. You're the best.
Taint Hammer. We're missing all the holes. Old Taint Hammer.
Just hitting in between that no one enjoys, but maybe someone. I shouldn't be so generalized. I don't know what people like. But all right, on that, go hammer your taint.
And we wrap it up.
We're out. Thanks so much. Thanks, Solomon. Thanks, guys.
Hey, guys.